This is the plaintiff, Kathleen Kelly. She says the defendant was changing her windshield wipers and cracked her windshield in the process. 9 weeks have gone by, and she's been more than patient waiting for him to step up and fix it for her. But no, she has to take him to court and have the judge tell him what he did was wrong, and that he owes her the $223.63 she's suing for. This is the defendant, Tony Loffredo. He says he tried to help the plaintiff out and did her a favor by changing her wiper blades. Unfortunately, the person who installed the old ones did it wrong, and when he popped the hood, her windshield got cracked, slightly. He isn't liable for anything because he wasn't getting paid by her and can't believe he's being sued. He's accused of not knowing what he's doing.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Who's the gentleman who's with you?
Witness, Ruben Gonzalez, my fiance.
Your fiance. Okay, because you hadn't started talking yet, and he was already going to hit your elbow, like to tell you to correct you or do something, but he caught himself.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant was changing her windshield wipers and cracked her windshield. And the defendant claims he was doing her a favor and says the culprit is the guy who installed the windshield originally. It's the case of Wipe My Windshield.
Sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Kathleen Kelly, you are suing Tony Loffredo and his auto company. Is it an auto repair company?
Yes.
Okay. For $223.63, the cost to replace a windshield that, according to you, he broke, correct?
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
Around August 20th, I took my car to him to install the
Who's the
windshield.
gentleman who's with you?
Witness, Ruben Gonzalez, my fiance.
Your fiance. Okay, because
Yes.
you hadn't started talking yet, and he was already going to hit your elbow, like to tell you to correct you or do something, but he caught himself. Go ahead.
Okay. Around August 20th, I took my car to Tony Frito to install windshield wipers on my car.
Okay.
While doing so, he damaged my windshield.
And how much are you paying him to do that?
I only paid like $2 or $3 for the windshield wipers.
Okay, so he was
Because I
installing
knew,
them for
yes,
free?
because I knew him through a mutual friend. He was doing it as a favor.
Oh, he was doing it as a favor?
Yes.
Look where we are. What happened? What was wrong with her wipers?
Your Honor, her windshield wiper was wedged underneath the hood. So the problem was, when I went to install the new wipers, which I was doing as a favor, you know, I have no bill or anything to her, it had snapped.
And why were you doing it as a favor, just out of curiosity?
She works in front of the store where I work.
Okay,
You know, my business is right behind the auto parts store.
okay.
So they asked, can you do her a favor? I said, okay, so
Oh, so
I
you didn't
do
even
it.
sell her the wipers. She got the wipers
She
from her
bought the
job, and then she
wipers,
just came over and said, put these
exactly.
on for me, and then
Yeah.
here you are in people's court. Okay, go on.
And when I went to replace the wiper, because it was wedged like that, it sprung and made a little crack in the bottom of the windshield. And eventually it spread. Within days, it would spread
Yeah.
higher and higher.
Now, okay, when this happened, I mean, if the thing was wedged, I guess in retrospect, it would have been a much better idea to have someone, while you're opening the hood, someone holding the wiper, right?
Well, maybe, yes.
Well, because then we could stop it from snapping and cracking the windshield, right?
Yes, but it was an accident, Your Honor.
Oh, I know. You're not even doing it on purpose. You're doing the lady a favor.
Yes.
I get it. But since it did happen and the windshield is cracked, then what did you say to her once the windshield was cracked? By the way, did you tell her about the crack?
Yes, Your Honor.
When did you tell her about the crack?
Exactly, as soon as she had pulled off with the car, I had told her when she came right back that the windshield had got
Wait
cracked.
a minute. What do you mean? As soon as she had pulled off with the car, I told her when she came right back. Well, did he tell you about the crack?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
I actually was pulling out of the parking lot. While pulling out of the parking lot, I had noticed a crack in my windshield.
So then you drove back.
I drove back
And so
to
you're telling me,
him.
yeah, I told her after she
When
told
I
me.
brought it to his attention and told
So
him he
you
had cracked
told
my
her
windshield.
after she told you? After she pointed it
Well-
out to you, then you said, oh, yeah.
Who's going to get wiped out to the tune of $223? Judge Millian rules next. So, is this dude responsible for the windshield?
Yes, absolutely, he's responsible.
Is he?
Yes, he is, but she should be nice enough to give him half of.
You did her a favor.
Exactly, as a favor. Come on, be
What I'm
nice.
saying? What do you think?
He's responsible.
Responsible. He's responsible, and he better go to Hutz Point, the Bronx, get a brand new windshield, and put it in that car.
Going inside the courtroom.
Your Honor, I didn't actually realize that it had happened until she had brought it back. Because it was only like this high at the point. And now, of course, it's spread.
You didn't hear the snap? Because you would there's this very
I did
distinct
hear that.
sound to the
I
cracking
did
of
hear
glass.
that, but it was just a small like this.
So you didn't tell her about the small thing before she drove off? You were hoping she wouldn't notice?
No, I had told her when she came back, and I explained
Why
to
didn't you
her.
tell her before she left?
At the time, I just was in a rush. I was doing other jobs and, going
What
back
is
and
what
forth.
is your position, Mr. Lafredo, as to why it is that you don't owe her a new windshield? Tell me your position.
Well, Your Honor, I did it as a favor, and I had offered her to get her windshield at my cost, which is cheaper than what she would have to pay anyplace else and have it installed. And it was done as a favor.
Okay. So essentially, your position is it was done as a favor. I was being a nice guy, so how can I get sued? And he says that he offered to you to sell you the windshield at cost to him, which would be a savings to you. And the cost would be what?
It was $170.
All right. And you feel that that's not good enough
No, Your
because
Honor.
you didn't break it.
No, Your Honor.
All right. But at one point, did you offer to him something to resolve this?
Your Honor, I went to him a couple of times, stated to him that I would go half and half.
Is that true?
She had offered me $50 towards it.
Okay.
I told him I would go 100 with him, and he could pay the other 100. I've told him when I went back to him the last day that I finally went and got the police report, I told him that I was
Police
going to...
report?
Yeah, the incident report, yes.
Over what? Over the cracking of the windshield?
Yes, because this
That's just
way...
you telling the police this is what happened and they put it in a report? Your
Yes.
police have a lot of time on their hands. Where are you from?
Highland Park, I went down to police.
Jersey?
Piscataway, Jersey.
Okay. All right, look, here's the thing. I understand how you feel that this is sort of unfair because no good deed goes unpunished and nice guys finish last and any other cliche I can throw at you right now, I understand.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, according to the eyes of the law, even if you undertake to do something for free for somebody, you have to do it with a certain duty of care. And, from what you're describing to me, I'm not sure that's the greatest duty of care. If you see that the thing is wedged underneath the hood and then you open up the hood and then the thing snaps. I'm putting to aside the whole issue of not having brought it to her attention and hoping she didn't notice. I'm just saying the job itself, was it done with the right duty of care? If she was a paying customer, there's no question you'd be replacing the windshield. The fact that she's not a paying customer doesn't change that legally. So I find in favor of the plaintiff in this case in the full amount of the $223.63. I doubt intensely you'll be doing too many more favors for people in the area. I hope that you don't get too big a sour note on this one, but good luck to both of you.
Here's the defendant coming out here. Let's see what he has to say about losing this case. Come on in here. It was quick and it was to the point.
Yep, guess it was.
Yeah, you offered how much?
I offered to give her a new windshield at the cost,
Which was what?
$170.
All right, 170. She just won 223 in court. $50. That's what this was about. Why'd you fight this?
Well, what I'm trying to explain to you, the cost, I was going to charge her $170 at my cost.
Okay, head right down that way. And he offered you 170, right?
No, Your Honor.
I am?
No, he never offered me anything. I had to fight this. I had told him I was going to go half and half with him, and he never did anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
So this was, all my doing.
All right, so you satisfied how this comes out now?
Yes.
Okay, Harvey.
So, there is this Good Samaritan law where you actually rescue somebody for injury where you're not responsible, but that ain't the case here.
The People's Court is a Ralph Edwards Stu Billett production.